this one thing in 2025, your hair is guaranteed to thrive. I mean, length retention, thickness, edges, the lot, moisture, strength, as little breakage as possible. It's one thing that you already know, but probably not take as seriously as you should if you want to achieve your goals. What is this thing? It's consistency. I'm sure you've heard it before being thrown around. Be consistent. Consistency is key. Just continue on whatever you're doing. Be consistent. A lot of people have shared this tip, but I don't think many of us have actually broken it down to really understand what consistency really looks like. So what exactly does consistency look like? Consistency looks like never budging, never compromising on what you have set as things that you want to implement with your hair to help you achieve those goals. Let me give you an example. If you say to yourself, I am not going to use combs on my hair, you need to be consistent with not using combs. So if you slip up one day and say, oh, I'm going to use combs today, I'm going to use a brush, or I'm going to use a whatever, you are putting yourself in danger of a setback. This advice is to myself as well, because I do play around with my hair, especially with brand deals and when people send you stuff and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try it out, etc. And unfortunately, the hair does take a blow because of that. So if you decide to yourself, I'm not gonna use combs, be consistent. Literally on repeat. Don't slip up with it. Just be consistent with not using combs. Once you start seeing results with your consistency, that's when it'll click. But I don't think naturals understand the value of being consistent with the things that you've set out for yourself. Another example is with your ends, right? If you say to yourself, okay, my ends are crucial, my ends are fragile, they're the oldest part of the hair, they need care, etc. I am going to lubricate my hair with, I don't know, castor oil, or I'm going to gel my ends to clump them or curl them with flexi rods every so often, or I am going to stretch my ends. Whatever the case may be, you need to be consistent. It may look obsessive because you're just like on repeat. You know, every 7 days you're putting on that moisture or that oil, or you're stretching straight after wash day as the hair dries, etc. That stuff does pay off, especially at the ends. It takes like one single action to lose your ends, and obviously that length retention as well that we are all trying to get. We know that being consistent with gentleness is crucial. One session of rough handling your hair, one session of handling your hair while frustrated is gonna set you back. Guaranteed, okay? It might set you back a few months, it might set you back years. So if you're gonna put a goal for yourself to be gentle, make sure you put in place things that are gonna allow you to be gentle. That means setting aside the time. That means making sure you have the right tools, the right, when I say tools, you know, whatever it is that you're using to maybe detangle your hair, for example, make sure you have the right product. Make sure you know, block time out. Like, this is my time to self-care. And that involves me being gentle with my hair when I handle it. Consistently do that and you will see results. Trims, another one. I am really bad at this. I'm not crazy when it comes to trimming my hair, but I do know that at certain times it needed a trim. So not necessarily saying to be consistent with the trims, but to, if your hair needs a trim, if your hair needs maintenance, you need to go ahead and maintain it. Because the thing about ends, I know some people do not trim their hair at all. I am not able to do that. If that works for you, great. For me, like, once the ends have a certain amount of single strand knots and splits, knots, etc., it becomes impossible to deal with my hair. And that's why permanent parts work for me, because it allows me to not be parting my hair often. Because yeah, parting this hair this long all the way to the ends regularly can be tedious. So if your ends need a trim, do it. Don't wait for a snap or tangle or breakage, etc., for you to say, oh, I should have trimmed that hair. Don't lose unnecessary length before you actually take action to look after your ends. So pretty much what I'm saying is to maintain that same boring redundant, repetitive routine relentlessly for you to see the results that you want to see. So a question that you probably ask me after that is that, okay, fine, you're telling us to be consistent, but when am I actually going to have fun with my hair? How can I have fun with my hair while being consistent and not setting myself back? Well, girl, there are options. Okay, for example, if you're a twisted natural, I'm always going to use twisted natural because I consider myself a twisted natural, or braided natural, what have you, whatever. I don't want to put a label on you. I like the label of twisted natural. But if you're a twisted natural, for example, and you wear your hair in mini twists, and this is why I like mini twists, they're so versatile. You can curl them, you can braid them and do a braid out, you can twist and twist out, you can cornrow and cornrow out, you can flexi roll, you can stretch them, you can put them in buns, you can put them in updos that are elegant. The options are literally endless. You can also accessorize, right? Put little gold things, put pearls, put, you know, butterflies, flowers, things that make your hair look nice and feminine, of course, if that's your thing. And enjoy your hair with accessories. That's another way to enjoy your hair without really drastically impeding your progress. Another thing people usually ask is, oh, I miss my hair, I want to touch it, what am I going to do? Again, that's the reason I'm a twisted natural. It's very easy to unravel. One simple twist, one single twist, play with it, moisturize it, clump it, feel the texture, stretch it, twist it right back, and you get that satisfaction. You guys know what I mean. Like, I've got, hands in hair syndrome. Like, I have that. So I understand like wanting to touch your hair. So that's why I guess braids, twists, they really work, because you don't have to go like, oh, I'm waiting 3 months for my protective style until I can play in my hair. Like, you can play safely in your hair. I'm not just saying go and touch and create knots. No, it's a strategic play, because you're going in there, you're using product, you're moisturizing maybe, you're bearing the hair down, reducing frizz and all that, and just enjoying your hair while still protective styling and putting it back into the twist, and there goes your satisfaction. Of course, you can play around with a few at a time. It doesn't have to be one. Head wraps, endless options, you guys. Turbans, endless options. Like headbands, endless. Like, girl, go to town, have fun while wearing your twists or braids or whatever protective style that you have. Wigs, hats, even those hats that I've got added here, you know, can make you have a completely different look. If that's your thing and you're really wanting some drastic change, that's something that you can try. Of course, wigs are there as well if you want to change your style. You're going for an event and you need to look a certain way that's different from what you currently have. I don't know, if your style is old and you just want to look pulled together, there are options. You can still enjoy your hair, enjoy yourself, feel confident, look elegant, right? While being consistent with whatever it is your goals are when it comes to your hair. Guys, I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.